So by now you've probably at least read the script over. You might have seen the script video, but you're getting into it. You've seen at least the introduction and whatnot. In this video, these videos are not about the script. They're more about description of the job. So there's a lot of important things for you to know. First, I must have mentioned it in training, but the most fundamental thing that you can realize and that you can remember is that you have to memorize this stuff word for word. We have a system here that people don't have, a system that works. It works. Thousands of people, thousands across the country, have used this script, have used this system, and have had success with it. Not just a little bit of success, but a lot of success. That script got us $12 million last year down in Philadelphia, and that script is going to get us $12 million here as well. And that will get you a good portion of money too. I can't stress it enough. In order to be able to do things your own way, in order to be able to solve things your own way, in order to be able to interact with the customers, you have to know this stuff word for word. Because that takes away a large part of your responsibilities and you can focus on being yourself. Now, there is such thing as natural adaptation. We probably talked about this in training. Natural adaptation is a fantastic thing. Natural adaptation is essentially, you get out there on the road and you go out there, and the first couple days you should be word for word. You should be very, I don't want to say robotic, because here's what people don't realize is that the script does not make you. You make the script. Okay, so you could give me the script and have me say it word for word, and it will sound a different way than you will sound saying the same script. So we're saying the same words, but we stress them a different way. We use different body language, different voice inflection. We emphasize on different things, and it makes it different. So in a sense, the script is making itself a different thing. Okay. So you don't want to go out there preemptively trying to do something different than what we have. You have to go out there with the intention of doing the same thing. And naturally, again, you'll be dealing with customers and things will change. And just to give you a couple examples, I'm going to go through a couple different parts of the script, okay? And I want you to focus on your paper. Look at your paper. I'm going to pick out parts that change slightly when, like, let's say I do. And we're going to first start with the value of the visit, okay? So I'm going to start with the may I make a suggestion part, go through, and you'll just see the slight differences in may I make a suggestion in the rest of the value of the visit. But the meaning, the point, everything else, it comes out the same. Okay. So may I make a suggestion? The customer says yes or whatever they say. We need to have a form come out to make sure that we can do what needs to be done here and find out what you want. Now, if we can't be a service to you, then we'll gladly recommend someone who can. But assuming we can be a service to you, we'll show you the windows, how they're installed, and then assuming you like what you see, we'll leave you with the free price quote. So when you're ready, you'll know exactly how much it'll cost. Does that sound helpful? Okay. So let's try that again. Just a little bit more natural adaptation. So same thing again. Look at the script, read it off the paper. I'm going to go slower this time. May I make a suggestion? Yes. We need to have a foreman come out to make sure that we can do what needs to be done here. And they'll find out what you want. If we cannot be a service to you, then of course we'll recommend someone who can. Assuming that we can be a service to you, then we'll show you the actual windows. We'll show you how they're installed. And then if you like what you see, we'll leave you with a free price quote. So when you're ready, you'll know exactly what it'll cost and exactly what can be done for you. Now, I'm sure that at least sounds helpful. So notice a couple things there. I start off just a little bit slightly different. And not much changes in the meat of it there. But then at the end, instead of saying, just does that sound helpful, I say, now I'm sure that sounds at least helpful. And I emphasize on the helpful part. And what I'm saying to the customer personally, because it's the way that I stylize it, is look, we don't expect this to be great, okay, considering you don't want Windows right now. But we expect it to be helpful considering that you need Windows right now, okay? So you have to recognize the difference there. If you recognize the difference, and it gets pretty easy to do, okay? Let's take another part. Let's do the questions, okay? So the two things that we need from them, okay? What can I think about this? The commitments from them, okay? So I'd say to them, so to do this for you, all we need is two things. Well, let's start actually at the second paragraph of the value of it, okay? So great, because when we come out, we're going to go over all your options, answer all your questions. The free price quote that we leave you with is good for 1 full year. Okay, so now look at your papers. Again, after this, does that sound helpful? So I'd say, I'm sure that sounds helpful. Great, because the goal of our visit is to just go over all your options, answer all your questions, and the free price quote that we do leave you with is good for 1 full year. That way, when you are ready, you'll have all the information that you need. How does that sound? Okay, great. Now, to do that for you, all we need is two things. That's it. That's all we need. Okay, first, We need you to set aside 90 minutes whether we need it or not. Fair enough? Okay, great. Second, when we visit to discuss a project, we need to meet with all the owners of the property. And that could be you, a spouse, a family member, or a significant other. Now, who would that be? Okay, great. Your wife, what's her name? Okay. So just pretty simple, right? Okay. Natural adaptation can occur in most parts of the script. Let's just kind of fast forward a little bit. Let's get down right before we get on the phone with the call center. I say to the customer, okay, I'm going to get the office on the phone now. It'll just take a second. I actually take my phone. I take my phone out. Okay, and I go, I'm going to get the office on the phone for you. It'll just take a second. Oh, by the way, before I do that, we do have a couple foremen out in the neighborhood over the next couple of days. Today, tomorrow. There's an outside chance we could even get somebody out there on, Sunday. So while I'm on the phone, just start thinking about your schedule. Okay, so the attitude and style is different, but it means the same exact thing as what's in the script. Right? So that is what we call natural adaptation. Natural adaptation. Okay. So there's forced adaptation, which is you going into the job, trying to change the stuff right away. And there's natural adaptation, which is you go out there, and as you go through the job, you naturally adapt. Okay? So I can assure you 150% of the script works. I mean, I have seen people go out there and literally repeat what they see on the page. Okay? That's it. No personality, no emotion, no nothing. To every excuse, and I've seen them go out there and average 2 leads per day, which will make you roughly $1,000 a week. And I've seen them do this. It's amazing. So now imagine what you could do if you're using this script 110%, but you're adding on to it. I often describe it like cake. Cake comes with frosting usually. Now, cake is good on its own. Okay? A lot of people don't like cake, but assuming that you like cake, cake is good on its own. Okay? Frosting, however, you're not going to catch many people that aren't depressed or whatever, sitting down next to the television at night or at a birthday party, just eating a tub of frosting. Okay, maybe you have a better chance at the television tonight and seeing people do that, but definitely not at a birthday party. Okay, so the cake is a script. The script is a cake. Okay, the frosting is your personality in what you do. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, I hope it does. So remember, when you go out there on the road, all right, natural adaptation will occur. You don't try to force it. You don't try to change things. It's just when you're out there dealing with customers, things will change slightly, and you can deal with it then. All right, thank you.